Good morning, Bethel United Methodist Church, and good morning everyone else who's joining us. Excuse me while I play with that thing. It's new. I'm out to run a couple of errands real quick, and then to boogie back home as fast as possible as well. But I know it's been a couple of days since I spoke to you guys, and I have to say it's because my soul was troubled a little bit. I can admit it. My soul was troubled. I was upset, hurt, angry, disgusted, all these things that is a little confusing. Now, today is going to be probably a little longer than I normally do. So with that in mind, if you don't have time to listen to it right now, that's fine. But buckle up, Buttercup. We're about to take a ride. So, I was upset because I had read something on Facebook posted by a friend of mine. Having a bad hair day too. If you see me in public, I'm looking a hot mess. I'm sorry, but it is a red lipstick day. Anyway, she had posted something and she was ugly. I mean, ugly. And I get it, you know, if we don't agree politically, if we don't agree intellectually, religiously, I get all that. But the speech that was used really disturbed me and bothered me, because I respect this woman, and I was just, you know, and because you feel like people aren't doing what you want them to do, you call them names and you're ugly. Now, I say all this because I have been known to use, take your pick of what you want to call it, profanity, sentence enhancers, adult language, spicy language. Take your pick. You can use any of those adjectives that I've just used for cuss words. And I've gotten better about it, but there's just some things that a shoot and darn it just doesn't do for me. So yeah, I've been known to use these sentence enhancers on occasion, but I will say I've been very conscious not to use them toward people or about people. And I can tell you right now, I have gotten chastised since the beginning of my faith walk for my sentence enhancers. You know, because I have, poor skunk, our bird, I'm not sure what I just passed, but I have been known to say these things, and fellow Christians have chastised me and told me, you know, oh, that's not right, you shouldn't use those kind of words, and blah, blah, blah. But these are the same people that will turn around and call somebody stupid, inbred, take your pick. There's just a variety of things that they'll call folks, and they think that that is acceptable. But me dropping the F-bomb every now and then on a situation where, shoot darn it, just doesn't get it, is sinful and blasphemous, and I should go and confess my sins and repent. So of course I had to go through and look at the Bible and see what it says. Ooh, I have something in my eye. Go through the Bible and see what it says, and all the disciples, Proverbs, Psalms, all of them, they tell you don't let vulgar language come from your mouth. They tell you, you know, to speak gentle and all these different things. And then, you know, I look at some of the verbiage that some of the folks I know have used, and there's nothing gentle or sweet about them. They're mean, evil-spirited, and the tongue is one of the strongest muscles in our body. That muscle can destroy people or can build them up. Now, I can tell you, since I've begun my Christian walk, and since I've taken, you know, this step to becoming a pastor, I take my language serious. I take what I say serious. I take how I say serious. And I'm very conscious about what I'm saying and doing. And I try to, because I know that I personally have been known to speak ill of someone, or to, like I said, drop the F-bomb or any of the other words out there. And yet, you know, I look at folks, just because you don't cuss, using hateful speech and hateful words and adjectives to describe someone that you don't like or don't agree with is just as foul as anything else. I don't care, you know, if you say, well, it's not as bad as cussing. You know what? Calling someone an inbred because you think that you're superior to them is wrong. Calling someone stupid because you got something that they didn't understand at first is wrong. All of these things, church family, are wrong. And they are probably just as hurtful, if not more so, than some of these cuss words that, you know, we're told as Christians not to say and do. You know, I've, like I said, it took me a couple of days because I tried talking yesterday and I tried talking the day before. And I will say that I was thrown off my routine because my normal little camera thing that I keep in the car had broke. So that right there just threw me off my schedule. But I kept trying to approach this conversation and this devotional, and I didn't know how to do it. Like I said, I was hurt, and I don't know what else to say about it. You know, here, Jesus tells us to love each other. And calling someone ugly names is just as bad as cussing them. When we sit there and we forget, well, let me back up a little bit. You know, we talk about sin and everything else, but, you know, I had, on my faith walk, in the beginning, I thought sin is sin. I didn't know there was a hierarchy of sin. I thought they were all sin is sin. But that's not the case. You know, swearing and bearing false witness against somebody in a court of law or any of these things is sinful if it's done incorrectly. And if it damages somebody, is despicable and a sin, I found out. So I wanted to figure out what makes us so prone to call people names or to be ugly and to speak with foul mouths against them and against our neighbor. And I figured it out. You know, when we talk about the 7 deadly sins, it's categorized and often said that pride is the worst one because pride leads to so many other downfalls. And I thought about that with speech. And it's true. We call people names because either we feel superior to them and we look down on them and we don't feel that they're our equal, or out of fear. So it's either or, but pride tends to lead the way when it comes to that speech. Pride leads the way that we feel superior, so we are inclined to make fun of you and call you ugly names, but still remain a Christian because we didn't use any cuss words, so we're good. And that's not the case. I could ramble on about this, but I won't. One, because I'm here and I want to run in and run out because I want to hurry up and get back home. But I hope that with this inclement weather that's about to approach, each one of you take care of each other and take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye, church family.